people of the world, CR Classics back again with the third update on the car of what we've been doing since I last saw you. So quickly, what's going on the car now is we've got a safety switch which goes on there, so it's an easy and safe way to disconnect the battery instead of these things, which is always a risky business taking them off, especially when you've got a bit of a dodgy battery. But ours is fixed now. That's what we've been spending a lot of time doing, getting that battery running sweetly, which it does now. It's perfect. The car starts on the key every time whenever we want it. Who says Lotuses are unreliable? Next, what else? This. Now this, you may see, is the window winder motor. Now this is a problem currently because this has seized and you can't get new ones because they're not making them anymore, and they're very rare to get them off another car. So the only option is having it refurbished, which is a fair amount of money, and Paul Matthew will be doing that for us, because I know they'll do a cracking job of it and it'll work like new when they're done with it, and we need it done before we can put the door cards on. Now, onto door cards. We were struggling with the door cards as we said before, and since I've last seen you, you may have seen in a photo or two, but we have door cards. Now, we didn't get any with the car, so we've had to hunt around for some, but we found 3. If you're wondering why we got 3, it's always good to have a spare. You can never have enough of these things when it comes to Lotus. It's always good to have a spare of everything if possible. Obviously you can't have one of everything, but the things you can get one of, perfect. This one is in relatively good condition. As you can see, the carpet on the bottom could do with replacing, but it's not too bad, so we'll come to that when we need to. This is the actual vinyl off a door card. Now the back of it is been refurbished by us and it's ready to go on these. Now the hardest bit to find about door cards is the actual cards themselves. The vinyl's not too bad, but it's getting the cards cut. Now we've had these cut the exact shape of the ones we bought, which were slightly wet because they're on doors and water gets indoors because they're not 100% watertight. Now these are brand new. We had these cut brand new, and they're perfect. So let me just show you what they all look like. So that's the door card. This will just slide over that and that, and it'll look like that so far. And then we've got a little bit of carpet like this bit that came with the car that will just go in that space there, which isn't too bad, so that's perfect now. But none of that can go on until the window motors are popping and rolling. They've got to all be working perfectly because you just have to take it all off when you put it on if the window's not working, because it's all obviously behind the door card. The door card's the last and it goes on. The next thing we've been doing is this boot, although it doesn't look 100%, it has been sound deadened. Now all around has been sound deadened. Obviously underneath this isn't fixed, it's not glued yet, but it will be glued when we're ready to glue it. All this has been glued at the back and the sides was already sound deadened. And what we've got to go over that, which arrived today, is brilliant. Now this is just a big load of black carpet like that, which will just stick over the sound deadening and make it look beautiful. And it will go over, there's some bits, there's a little bit that goes along here, that's carpeted, so everything will look carpeted, so it will look like brand new in there, which will be lovely to see. An actual bit of the car that's 100% finished. Will make it seem like not such a big job. Now, inside the car, the interior is in, so it looks a bit more like a car now, as you may see. It's not all fitted. We put it in to make sure the carpeting we've done wasn't too much. The last thing you want is you carpet everything and you do everything and you go to put the seats in and they don't fit because the carpet you put in is too thick and the seats are too big for it. So everything fits in, and now it's tight. It's a tight squeeze, but it fits fine, which is brilliant. So that can be bolted in now and that can be put in and fixed in. What else have we been up to? What else? These arrived today. So these are little nuts that go in. It's hard to show you. They're the little nuts that hold the wheel to the hub. They go right underneath there. And when we were out the other day, the wheel half undid itself. That was a bit of a rookie error really. We didn't check that they were all tight. We went somewhere and we checked before we left and they were all tight and brilliant and working fine. We didn't check after leaving the place that we got to, which you should always do after the first 20 miles. We didn't do that. So the wheel, the back right wheel, undid itself. And it sheared 2 of the nuts off. So we're replacing all 5 of them to be safe, because we don't want to be running with half damaged nuts. Apart from that, it's been a bit of a slow one really since I last saw you. Apart from that, it's just maintaining, finding parts, taking it for little runs, making sure the engine's running fine, which it is now. It's working beautifully, sounding just like a Lotus should. No, I think that's it for now, to be honest with you. Just been getting everything cut, which takes a long time. Just getting all the measurements right of everything really, and making sure everything's perfect before it goes in the car. The next update should be a bit more exciting because things will be going in the car instead of just lying around waiting to go in there. But she's looking better by the day, I'm sure you'll agree. Since you last saw her, doesn't look much different on the outside because she always looked beautiful from the outside. There was never anything wrong with her. One thing I haven't really mentioned to you guys is something you're probably all looking at me thinking, oh, you're doing all these little things, but you've forgotten a massive thing. And that's these bad boys. Now, the person who owned it before me had the car resprayed fairly recently. And for some reason he decided to spray the bumpers cream. Now you'll all know, in any photo you'll see of a Lotus Elan, here's one for example, that blue one. What colour are the bumpers? Chrome. They're always chrome. They should always be chrome on a plus 2. I don't know where he's got the cream idea from. It's a bit the same as the top half of the roof. This roof, although you'll probably say it's a slight difference, should be like a metal flake silver. It shouldn't really be cream. Now it's very hard to tell on these photos that I've got up here, but you'll see more on this cream one. It's like a silvery colour. The top half should be a silvery colour, it shouldn't be cream. These are something we're going to get done. The bumpers are probably the last thing we'll get done, just because we can't really use the car without them, so we want to keep them on while we're doing all of our testing and stuff, because they don't need to be done, and they might get damaged while we're doing all the work here. And if we're having brand new bumpers, we want them to look spotless when the car's done. And the roof is something that we might get done, we might not get done. It's a lot of money to get it done, so it all depends on how we're doing towards the end with what we spent and everything. So yeah, I mean those are a few little things. I will show the brand new dashboard in the next update that I filmed for you guys, because the car is going to look beautiful with the new dashboard, because it's brand new. It came with the car and it's just lovely, so that's something to get excited about. But apart from that, this has been a quick third update from CR Classics and the Lotus Elan Plus 2 S130. See ya.